Good morning, YouTube. I am so excited just because we just got the Gorilla Mode Sour Gummy Worm. I've been waiting for this new formula. It just came out and I just picked this up from my local vitamin shop. And man, the stuff in here is a beast. So for one scoop, just for one scoop, is 200 milligrams of caffeine. The last pre-workout I was doing, 2 scoops was 200. And then the full dose is 400. That's freaking wild, bro. Total carbs, it's gonna give me 2 carbs for 2 scoops. And also, where's the L-citrulline? That's my favorite. 10,000, guys. Give me all those juicy pumps. Creatine gives you a full dose of creatine that you need. Reason why I love Gorilla Mind just because I don't want to buy creatine separately. If I buy it separately, that's gonna be another 30, 35 bucks extra. I'd rather get something that's all in one. Love that. The sodium is 380, magnesium is 50 milligrams. We got vitamin B6, and we got, honestly, we have a lot of good stuff out. L-tyrosine, I can't even say that. Beta-alanine, it's at 4,000, guys. It's at 4,000. Pink Himalayan salt is 1,000 milligrams, and there's alpha GPC, and there's so much more to it. I would recommend looking it up online and see if this aligns with your goals. I have been using Gorilla Mind for about a year, maybe a year and a half. I've been bouncing around different companies, and this is the one that feels like home to me. Part of it is just because I love the branding. I'm all about that gorilla. I'm a Super Saiyan. I gotta take my gorilla stuff. My tail is cut off, so I'm sorry. But anyways, and the flavors are usually good, and the flavors were improved this time just because this is a very potent formula where there's a lot of stuff in here, and before it used to be kind of like, just very potent, but now they took out an ingredient that would make, I guess it would add color to the pre-workout, but now the color is gone and it just enhances the flavor. So we love that. I've never tried this flavor, it's a new one. So, oh my gosh, that is a big freaking scoop. We're gonna do a scoop and a half just because it's new. I just don't really want to go that crazy, you know? That looks like a scoop and a half. Holy cow. Holy cow. I'm gonna try this one, and then later down the line, I actually wanna try their white gummy bear flavor just because your boy, when he goes to Jamba Juice, their secret menu, it's white gummy bear. But specifically, I caved in for this one just because I'm all about nostalgic feels and just making sure I'm like feeling my inner childhood. And growing up, my mom and sister, specifically my sister, we would go to Disneyland, downtown Disney in California, and we would, she would pick up the Goofy sour gummy worms, and we would walk around and eat those, and just like, yeah, just the nostalgic of that, looking around and seeing all the costumes, the performers, and seeing Rainforest Cafe. I could just envision it now, and seeing all the figures of different Disney characters, and never buying anything because everything was too expensive for us. But I don't know, it was just a vibe. This is just a vibe, man. And then we would take some of that Goofy sour gummy worms to go, and then we would eat it at home, specifically for movies. It's just a vibe. So let's see how this tastes. Taste test live. This is my first time. Always, guys, always mix your stuff with ice in it. You don't need to get those little tumbler thingies or those little bzzz. You don't need those necessarily unless you want to feel high class. Oh wow. Reset, Josh. Don't be biased because you love this stuff. I'm impressed. Make sure you always mix it before taking another sip because it's that potent. So much ingredients in here, but that tastes like if they literally juiced a sour gummy worm, and that's the flavor. I'm really impressed that they actually got it pretty much on point. It's awesome. One thing I like is it's sour, but it's not overly sour like a Warhead. Like it doesn't hurt me or just like have a weird aftertaste. It's like, hold on. It tastes creamy at first, and then it gives me the sour gummy worm flavor. And the aftertaste gives me a little subtle, like if they powdered the sugar on my tongue. That's what's, and specifically I'm like envisioning the red, the yellow, and the blue colors. Man, this is definitely it. I highly recommend. I'm gonna sip this for a little bit, and then we're gonna be on our way to the gym where we're gonna go get a back day done. So let's get it. I'm amped. We got an update from the coach for tomorrow. Try not to be in my head about it all, but it's different. We are gonna be doing 75 minutes of cardio tomorrow. 30 minutes of it is gonna be a level 7 for the Stairmaster, and the rest of it's gonna be an incline walk. So very out of my element. Not sure what I think about it, but the thing that comes to my mind is when I think about Stairmaster, I think about hills, I think about mountains, I think about, you know, the hardest runs I've ever done. And honestly, the hardest runs I've ever done were in high school in wrestling. We did a lot of running. I did some cross country as well. So it's gotta be the same level. I've done this before. I've done hard things. I'm also thinking about the times where there was a low where I had no money, I was making no income. The only income I was making was all relying on my skills and then my hard work of doing door-to-door sales. That itself was really hard. I'm not really the type of person to just like be all gung-ho and just like, yeah, sales. I was very genuine and wanted to give people a really good price for the great product I was giving out. But yeah, I was just never like a slayer with sales. It was like, I was just too genuine, too nice, too like cared about what people could afford and can't afford, right? But I remember those cold nights when I wasn't making any money at all. There were times where I was sitting on the curb and like it was raining, it was cold, it was in Virginia, and like it just was a new low, a new humbling experience for me too, because I was relying on taking care of my wife and I, and just having no money coming in for 4 weeks to 7 weeks sometimes. It was really hard for me as a man to really look at myself in the mirror and wondering like, hey, is this all worth it? In the end, I feel like what made it worth it was my mentality was able to grow. And when I have these hard times, hard things coming up in my life, just like nothing has been harder than that. Nothing's been harder than that time. First set done. Let's get this next one. Macros are also, they're gonna be different tomorrow. My carbs are gonna be at 80, my protein is gonna be at 190, I believe, and then my fat is gonna be at, for some reason I'm not able to view it because I'm doing my workouts on my app, but I believe fat is around 40, maybe less than that. So it's very little. It's very little, but to be fair, there's people out there not having the food that I'm having. I should be grateful for this opportunity. This is pressure. Pressure is a privilege. I chose to do this. I chose to do this. And now we work. This gorilla really is giving me energy. Don't let the mind limit you guys. The mind is at Zen. We are warriors. We're built to carry burdens. We're built to conquer mountains. We are built to achieve our greatness, our dreams. Whatever little voice is telling you to do something that enhances your quality of life, do it. Even if you fail forward. You will always grow if you fail. It all depends on how you react. Everybody has a destiny to achieve something. We just gotta discover it, find it. When you do hard things, the doors of opportunity, they open and you can see the picture, the big picture. I used to think success was measured by the things I have, but I'm beginning to see that success is finding a new side of yourself, whether it be spiritually, physically, or mentally, intellectually. Every day I read a book to discover something new about myself intellectually. I pray, read scriptures to renew my spiritual betterment of oneself and fine-tune my relationship with God and understand His will, His plan for me. We all have a blueprint in life, and I need Him to help me find what that is. Because He knows everything. He's the author and finisher of my faith. I used to sleep on God for so long, but the more I've practiced His way of living, life becomes more fulfilling. I see the big picture. It's not all about the things I have, it's all about who I'm becoming more like Him and loving and giving kindness and prioritizing my family, my wife, and building a life where I'm able to bring blessings to my posterity and to really surpass the trauma I've grown up with and the hard times I've grown up with, and be there for my kids, understand that I am a leader, a provider, a protector. And man, I just want to give so much love to those kids when they come into this world. Next workout is going to be lat pull down. It's going to be wide grip. Come on, Josh. You could do this. You could do this. That was easy. You got this. You only have a few days out. All this hard work is gonna pay off. You have been perfect to the plan. You've been perfect with your workouts. You've been perfect with your nutrition. You've been perfect with your cardio. You have been perfect with your posing. It's all there. You chose a great coach. He gets everybody shredded. He knows what he's doing. All the pressure's on him as to how you come out. All you gotta do is do the work. That's all you gotta do. Don't think, just do. You are modern do. Focus, calm down. Just a waterfall. Just a waterfall on your shoulders. It's calm, collected, powerful, just like you. Be powerful. Be powerful, guys. A lot of guys wonder where a lot of my clothes are from. These specifically these are from Alphalete. These are really nice. I like how, I forgot what they're called, but they gave like an icy tone to it, where it's like a dark gray at top and then it kind of goes into a light gray at the bottom. So for you guys that are into like that icy look, definitely get these. I will say these are extremely warm. Like when I wear them, I have to take them off like after an hour or two lounging around because they're that warm. Like these are definitely some pants that you could get for the winter and like you're good, especially if you come from like a place where there's a lot of snow. I've lived in Colorado. I've lived in Utah for a little bit, and these would have been a lifesaver for sure. As for this jacket, this is actually my dad's. I went over to California recently and I was just feeling very nostalgic and appreciative of the work my dad has done. So this is actually his work jacket. He works for the city of Paramount. At least he did. He retired a few years ago and he worked for the water department. So yeah, good vibes. Good vibes. Appreciate his hard work. Ooh, sheesh. Sheesh. You guys ready to see my skinny back? We are getting lean as the days go by, especially in these next few days when I start doing the Stairmaster with 80 carbs a day. It's gonna be unreal. Oh, I am ready for battle, guys. Tomorrow is gonna be, we're gonna do Stairmaster for 30 minutes, and the rest of the 75 minutes we're gonna be doing a incline walk at a speed of 3.5 with the incline of 11. And it's leg day tomorrow too, so that's gonna be interesting. We're gonna have some jello legs tomorrow. Actually, we're not gonna have jello legs, we're gonna have warrior legs. We're gonna wanna be broken down to the ground, but we gotta stand up with our sword. Sounds so nerdy, but you know the vibes. I'm a nerdy guy. I may look like like a meathead or someone that's cocky into themselves, but deep down inside, your boy is into the nerdiest things ever, from anime to DC, Marvel to video games. Man, you know what game I want to get into that I never was a master at? League of Legends. League of Legends, anything like in that sort of strategy, man, there's an art to it all. So for you guys that play League of Legends or even World of Warcraft, I give you guys some props. Because there's so much things to memorize and get things down. Even in card games like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, all those other card games, like there's like a system to it all that my brain can't wrap around it. I'm definitely more of a third-person, first-person shooter type of video game player. And for fighter games, only Smash Brothers. The other ones, like, I do relatively well, like party-wise. Like, if you put me in a party situation, I will, like, I'm above average, I like to say, but when it comes to like the competitive side of it, it is pretty difficult. I did play Smash competitively in college, where we would have tournaments and I would go hop around different areas in town, and I've taken 3 first place wins. But man, there's this guy, his name's Garrett. He was really good at Shulk, and man, he was like one of the only guys that couldn't beat his Shulk versus my Mario. Mario's not the best at going against people with long range or swords. And so I really had to, got my butt kicked. That's what I love about Smash, man, like, or video games in general. If there's a competitive side to it, like when you get beaten, you always want to come back better. And I remember like watching gameplay after gameplay and trying to figure out, framing for characters and their hitboxes. Like, that's how nerdy I could get with it. You are elite. Stay elite. We're not tired. We're just hungry. Not physically hungry. We're just hungry to win. Hungry to win. I don't know what the outcome will be in the show, but whatever it is, we'll take it. We'll take it home, we'll be grateful, and then we move on to the next show. Less than 2 weeks out, and then after that, another 2 weeks to push, and after that, we nail the perfect after post-show diet. If you guys are watching mukbang, whatever, like people splurging with food, or watching food channels, like all the crazy like ice creams and desserts, you already lost. How about turn those off and focus more on the mental state of things and not be married to food. Food is just a tool. We must use it for good. Our relationship must be good. Reframe that, and you won't let it conquer you. Because what happens is if you gain too much weight right off the bat after show day, your fat cells will increase and you'll come out fatter than when you first started getting cut. So do you want to better your health, better your physique after your show, or do you want to make it worse? You decide. I'm not telling this to you guys. I'm telling that to myself too. Like, shoot, I come from Samoan, come from a Mayan Mexican background. The foods aren't that great in regards to like healthy wise. It can be. Most of my family, they're not the healthiest people. So I want to break out of that and show and prove to myself that I can control and overcome these temptations of having to eat a specific way, having bad food affect my mental state. I'm not saying like be a crazy like strict person over it, but like you can't let like your past control you. You're new you. You set the tone. You set your own culture. Take the positives of your culture, wherever it may be, and mold it and build it into a better one for yourself, for your family. Sheesh. I don't know what's making me talk about this stuff, but it's just like when you're in these final days and like your body is just like scared to push itself, your mind goes to a different area, and man, it feels good. Best in the world. Be the best you in the world. Feel pretty limited with this range of motion, but we do what we gotta do. As long as I feel the squeeze at the bottom, we're good. Next set, let's get it. Do a pre-squeeze. Let's go. Warrior. Warrior. Destroy. Destroy. Focus. Focus. Push. Push. Surpass your limits. Destroy all past illful feelings to yourself. You're a new you. Squeeze it out. Change. We're feeling good, guys. When you're on low calories, you just feel more awake. It's like your body's on survival mode. It's just like we're awake, we're hyper. On top of that, going back to Gorilla, this Gorilla pre-workout is really helping me out a ton. I'm feeling a pump, which is good just because when you have like a pre-workout product, usually the dosage of the L-citrulline and the taurine and all that is not enough to give you a maximized, like optimal pump. But this one, I only took like a scoop, a little less than a scoop and a half, and it's doing the work. I could really feel it, and vascularity, everything, it's all there. We're gonna be with Gorilla Mind for a long time, for life. Gotta feed that Saiyan blood. Let's move on to the next. Man, this Last Samurai is hitting me. If you haven't seen Last Samurai, you gotta watch that film. It's freaking sick. Rage put into good use. Don't take my word for it, guys, but watch Derek from More Plays, More Dates. He's really passionate about the formula he puts together. He's very science-based, so he breaks down. No one out there truly breaks down their product for an hour or an hour and a half. That's what sold me on Gorilla Mind. To hear how genuine he is and how like passionate he is in getting the right dosages, getting the right like output for athletes. Like, this is the way to go. When I watched it, I was just like, shoot, man. Like, he's hitting every key point that I'm looking for a product. Where a lot of people are just kind of like, they use influencers or people with a huge following just to promote specific things. And I know Derek is like a big name in the bodybuilding fitness realm, but brother has done his research, and I really trust and really admire what he does. And so for me personally, I like to do a lot of research before committing myself to anything. I did a lot of research before hiring my coach, did a lot of research before getting into bodybuilding, and the result, it's been helping me out a ton, physically, spiritually, mentally, intellectually. It's changed my life. So got a great coach, working on and applying great training and programs through him. Also got awesome supplements, and I'm excited to try more. I've only tried Gorilla Mind's pre-workout, Nitric. Nitric is awesome. Their protein and their bars and their energy drinks. Energy drinks are really good. I've only tried the Arctic, and that's it. We need to try more. And I need to try their other stuff so I can let you know and fill you in what I think about it. But yeah, let's move on to the next workout. Shout out to the Alpha Fleet Stringer too. I actually bought this myself. They didn't send this one to me, but their stringers, again, man, top notch. The cut is prime. Why is that ridiculously heavy right now? I don't know what's going on. I could barely do a full range of motion, but we'll work with it. I don't feel like changing it at all. Have you ever felt that way? You're just like too stubborn to change the weight? I mean, this is what I did last week, so I know we're getting more tired as the days go by, but we gotta push through, make it work. My left side is stronger anyways. Grateful for this year, man. We have worked with IFBB pros. Honestly, you guys don't know about this, but I worked with the IFBB pro who was going to go to the Arnold Classic, but personal things came up in his life, so we weren't able to get his routine that we put together on stage. But hey, he's going to be going up on stage, I think, sometime this year or next year. We just need to grow him into the open class a little bit more. And I've also worked with IFBB pro from Men's Physique. And currently, right now, I'm working with a lot of national qualified competitors. And man, we're getting locked in, man. We're getting locked in. It's inspiring to work with bodybuilders because we're all like-minded people and going through the same thing. And it's a tough sport. It's a lonely road. It's the warrior road. Last set. That's the end of back day. Now we go get ready for our meal. We're gonna have some chicken, I believe chicken, eggs, and rice cakes. Let's go. All right, guys. We're just waiting for our meal to be finished. I am having 2 rice cakes with 20 grams of blueberries. I can't tilt it just because the blueberries are still kind of frozen, so I don't want it to like slide off and then I get blueberries all over the place and then stuff gets dirty. I had to be careful because I'm wearing white because, oh man. So I put this taco seasoning. I'm actually excited. My wife just got this. It's like a taco cart combo, and it's like, there's like 4 different seasonings, and I'm using, which one am I using? Dude, I can't.
The lime one is really good.
Lime's really good?
The tequila lime.
Shoot, which one? Oh, carne asada. Street taco. I'm excited to have that one because, yeah, who doesn't like tacos? And, yeah, just finished cooking some eggs, so that's gonna be with some ketchup. If you guys didn't watch the last video, when I put ketchup with eggs, it just tastes like Denny's, man. Like, if you know, you know. And then the caramel rice cakes or the blueberries, it just brings me into that realm of like a Nature Valley bar. Man, now that I think about it, Nature Valley bar is like so nostalgic, man. So nostalgic. And then the chicken, I put, making sure my mic was on. The chicken, I put ketchup and mustard on it because it tastes like freaking hot dogs, and we love hot dogs. And this is a meal that we're gonna be embracing and just like taking it in and be like, man, this is it, because tomorrow we go from, today we got 130 carbs and tomorrow we go down to 80. So yeah, we're excited. I had to I was thinking of throwing away this tank just because I got some chicken juice on it. Oh man, I need to put some water in here. One thing I like to do, guys, that I've been doing is I put water in here just to like hydrate the chicken. It's probably not the right word to use, but we're hydrating the chicken. But the water creates chicken broth, and to prolong the flavor for me, and technically I'm eating a little bit more, I actually drink from the pan. It tastes freaking awesome. So yeah, I'm a freaking weirdo, but whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm rambling at this point once again. But yeah, oh yeah, what I was saying is I got chicken juice all over the bottom right here, so that means we're gonna have to tuck in our tank even more this high, because I don't want to throw this away just to hide the chicken juice, you know, that's disgusting. Thank you so much for watching. We are gonna be, we're hitting the end game here pretty soon, and you're gonna see me transform in the next few days. I'm excited just because right now I feel like I'm getting leaner than I did my last show, which was about 2 years ago, maybe more than that. I lost track of time. And I was looking at my physique today, doing like some self check-ins, and I was doing some poses, and we're looking pretty good. We're looking really good, actually, at least from my perspective. And I'm excited to see what happens as we push the cardio a little bit more. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, do all those good things. Wishing you guys the best in your endeavors for greatness. Be uncommon. Go destroy your goals.